I believe a certain amount of delusion is a requirement to reach any goal in life. Any goal. You need a certain amount of delusion in order to get yourself into the position to do uncomfortable things that you really can't do, and you actually don't have the skills yet to do, but you believe you can do it. And so you have to have this like delusional thinking that pushes you beyond what you are into a zone that you don't really belong in yet, but you're trying to get to. This is something I have implemented through any goal I've ever wanted. I've always had a certain amount of me that is delusional into thinking I can be greater than what I am. When I was 15 years old and wanted to start playing in rock bands, I was delusional to think I could play in rock bands and play on stages, and then I did it. And then I was delusional to think I could play with DJs in front of crowds and open up for big acts like deadmau5 and things like that, and then I did it. And when I was 18, I was delusional enough to think I could be a music producer and make records and work with big artists. And I became what I wanted because I was delusional enough to think I could do it. And then I did it. And I got my Billboard #1 platinum record working on Shawn Mendes' stuff. And that has been my career since. And when I first make any of these goals, I don't know what I'm doing. I have no idea how I'm going to get there. I just know I'm going to work hard. I'm going to try. I'm going to look stupid in the process because I'm not going to know what I'm doing. And I'm going to make a lot of mistakes. And I think as men, sometimes we do a bad job of giving ourselves the slack to make some mistakes and look stupid in front of people. I think that's a quality that I learned through going through my music dreams and now just kind of don't care anymore. And it's a muscle you can kind of build up. And then once you kind of get there, you don't care. And it's okay to look stupid. And, throughout this journey, because I've been documenting it, it's been very interesting to monitor this delusion and to kind of see it in real time. Because in my music journey, I didn't document it to this capacity. So I didn't see the intervals of the kind of mind games I play with myself to keep going because I believe I can do this. I know I can do this. And so there are tactics and things that I do in order to kind of keep myself in the game. I have to rally myself in different ways to kind of keep myself going, right? Because when you go to any goal, you are going to get smacked in the mouth. Mike Tyson said, everyone's got a plan until you get punched in the face. This goal has punched me in the face multiple times. Multiple times. And I've had multiple resets and multiple moments of like, what am I doing? And it's funny. So a year ago, I made this video and it was basically, that my swing wasn't there. And I knew it wasn't there. I needed to buy myself more time to figure this out because I don't have a doubt that I'm going to figure it out. I just need the time to figure it out. So I knew it was going to take another year. And lo and behold, we're a year later, and we're still trying to figure it out. The good news is that a year ago, this was my swing. And this wasn't it. This was never going to do it. And I knew that at the time. But I believed that I would get myself onto a path to figure it out. Throughout this past year, there were times where it's like, oh, we are getting there. And then I felt like I'd get the rug pulled from me. It's only been in the last 60 days, the last 2 months of this year to make this video, that I finally now know we are on the path to pro. There were gaps in what I was doing and the information I had and what I knew, right? Because I go into this not knowing. That's part of the delusion, is that I have this massive goal, but I don't know. So I only take in the information that I can source from experts and people around me to try and put it all together. 6 months ago when I made the follow-up video, I thought I was closer. I definitely thought I was closer, but I realized there were just missing pieces that I didn't know yet, that hadn't come to light. In the past 60 days, I feel like I've turned that corner and actually know now my path to pro. My swing now is on that path to pro. And how delusional is it for me to even have this conversation with you after the tournament scores I put up recently? But that's part of it, is that there's no lack of belief in myself. And that's one thing I've learned about myself throughout this journey that I've never clarified before. This has been a recent revelation. I don't quit on me. And that's a cool thing to learn about yourself. To know that I'm just not willing to give up on me and I'm going to figure this out. And so I'm relentless in that path. And I feel like that is kind of evident now through, the different iterations of this journey and the different levels of delusion that I've gone through to get myself to this point to say, okay, you know what? No, now we can have a little dose of reality. I genuinely feel for the first time that my swing is on the path to pro. This is a pro move, and I have that validated by the right experts to tell me that. And so now the funny part is, it's probably another year from this video to manifest this into a game that resembles pro golf. And I'm okay with that. I'm okay with that. If that's what it takes to get me to next year and get me in that headspace and get me to grind. I'd had this video in the back of my head for months now thinking, well, what am I going to be by June? What am I going to be by June? And I didn't know. But I just keep pushing myself. And as June came, I was like, okay, you know what? From the big changes we've made, we're seeing that crystallization. And as I hope is evident from the swings you guys are seeing, I think I can really stake a claim that this is a dose of reality now. We're no longer delusional about the swing. And that's a good feeling to have. So if I can offer any advice is that, as somebody who's a dreamer and has always been a dreamer and being a dreamer is torturous sometimes because it is not an easy path. But if there's any advice I can offer is that if you are a dreamer and you are somebody that is going to put yourself in these situations, you have to allow yourself to be the right amount of delusional and feel the right amount of stupid and do stupid things and not be afraid to do those stupid things. And if you can do that and just keep moving forward every single day and do not give up on yourself, I don't see a world where you cannot get to where you want to be, whatever that is. And I'm kind of also making this video to say this out loud to myself because this is something I also need to be reminded of myself because there are days when I'm frustrated and I feel like I am so lost and I need to remind myself that I don't give up on myself and I'm going to keep going and I'm going to figure this out. So, hope you guys enjoyed this. Let's see what a year from now brings in the swing. And I will catch you guys on the next one.